The sudden knock at the front door caught me completely off guard. At first, it sounded hesitant, almost unsure. Then I realized it was Sunday, and not even 8 in the morning. Lastly, everyone important in my life already had a key to my apartment. It felt strange. Still, maybe it was something urgent. I opened the door, and stunned barely begins to describe my reaction to the slender, attractive blonde standing there. "Hi, James," she said. "Maddie. Gorgeous. Smart. Full of life. Maddie. My ex-wife, Maddie." I despised her. My heart thudded loudly, but I fought to hide it. "Maddie, I never thought I'd see you again." "I figured that," she replied, her tone gentle but firm. "But we need to talk. We should have done this a long time ago." "How did you find me?" I asked sharply. She admitted. "I followed you from your mother's place. I know you usually visit her Monday nights." It was obvious this wasn't easy for her. She gave a small, forced smile, far from her usual confident smirk. Yet in her eyes was a determination I couldn't ignore. "Can I come in?" "What do you want, Maddie?" I asked cautiously. "Just 5 minutes. Then I'll go." I sighed heavily, already giving in. I stepped aside and shut the door behind her. She entered the living room, clearly unsettled. I wasn't in the mood to handle her drama. "So what's this about?" I asked. Her large blue eyes scanned the sparse room. Most of my things were still packed away in boxes. She glanced at the couch but hesitated, deciding to stay on her feet. Then she faced me. "Want some tea?" "Coffee." "You're not a guest," I said coldly. "Get to the point. What do you want?" She hesitated. "James, really? I care about you." I laughed bitterly. "Why would you care? I love you, James. I always have." "Is that why you were always with Tom?" I shot back. Her face dropped. She sighed, losing some of her resolve. "You know why." "Do I?" I snapped. She paused. "He was the first man I truly loved. My first lover. We shared something special. And you thought I shouldn't have known before we got married?" My voice grew louder. "I thought I was over him," she said defensively. "He joined the army. I hadn't heard from him in over a year. Then I fell for you. And yet you still slept with him whenever he came back." I retorted angrily. "Right before the wedding, I added," voice sharp, "for all 3 years we were married." "God, Maddie," I continued, "you never let go of him, not even when you promised me loyalty." The facts were clear. The detectives had uncovered everything, and the divorce papers left no doubt. Maddie finally looked down, weighed down by her decisions between us. "What do you want, Maddie?" I demanded again. "I want my husband back," she said, voice trembling. "I want to rebuild our family." "Ex-husband," I corrected coldly, "and I'm not coming back. You destroyed our family." "I never wanted a divorce," she whispered, finally meeting my gaze. "You left us." I fired back. "And then you shut me out. I've been trying to reach you for 2 years. I have nothing to say to you," I said coldly, "and nothing you say matters to me. You wanted Tom? Take him." Tears welled in her eyes. "I wanted to be with you. I only wanted him sometimes." "I don't play that game, Maddie," I replied firmly. "You never got to pick between us, so I made the decision for you." Her eyes shimmered with tears for a moment, a glimpse of vulnerability I wasn't sure was genuine. I couldn't claim to understand her, but the kind of relationship she desired would have broken me. "This has been building up to now," she whispered. "Your baby needs you, James." Blood rushed to my head, my ears throbbed, and my thoughts blurred. "Not my child, Maddie. Tom got you pregnant. That came out during the custody hearing." She shook her head quickly. "I believe we can find a way together, so you can see Beth. I know how much you love her." "I'm not talking about Beth," she interrupted, voice cracking. "We have a son. I named him Jimmy." The noise in my head became deafening. I barely stayed standing. My mind drifted away, struggling to process the blow. When I returned, I let out a bitter laugh. "I've been down this road before, Maddie. We're expecting. You're going to be the best dad ever." I shook my head, bitterness burning in my throat. But it's Tom's child, not mine. It's true, she insisted. I didn't know I was pregnant when you served me the divorce papers. When my period didn't come, I thought it was just stress. By the time I found out, we'd signed everything. Tom and I were planning our future. So, what part of that plan brings you here? I demanded. I'm here because I love you, she said, her voice trembling. Your attitude shows me otherwise, I muttered sarcastically. Tears spilled over, streaming down her cheeks. They seemed genuine, but with Maddie, I never could be sure. Jimmy needs his father. Beth misses you terribly. So do I. Beth was barely 2 when we separated. She's been away from me longer than she was with me. I said, you've been able to find me any time since I moved out. So what's really going on, Maddie? Her gaze dropped, more tears falling from long lashes. Tom left, she said quietly, a couple months ago. I don't know where he is, but he said he's never coming back. Why? She hesitated, lips trembling with sadness. He couldn't accept that Jimmy is your son. I couldn't hold back a bitter laugh that echoed sharply in the quiet room. Well, then you made a terrible choice. Please, James, I'm begging you, Maddie pleaded, voice breaking. I love you. The kids love you. We're supposed to be a family. We belong together. This is serious. I took a deep breath. Who's listed as Jimmy's father on his birth certificate? Maddie sobbed, trembling, before barely whispering, Tom. I straightened, voice steady. Looks like you're searching for your husband in the wrong place. No, James. I truly love you. You're the only husband I want. The only one I ever wanted. I swear it. Her face twisted in pain, breath ragged as deep regret weighed on her every move. Part of me wanted to reach out and comfort her, but mostly she just seemed lost, a shadow of the woman I once loved. The confident, lively Maddie was gone, replaced by this broken, desperate version. My heart began to ache for her suffering, but somehow I felt no pain for myself. Suddenly, the sound of a key turning in the front door lock cut through the tension. Relief flooded me, and a hopeful smile spread across my face. The door swung open to reveal a slender woman with dark hair, dressed in yoga pants and a puffy jacket, carrying a bag of baked treats and a cardboard tray with 2 paper cups. You're home, I said with a warm smile. Sally returned my smile brightly, but when her eyes landed on Maddie, her expression shifted to confusion. Honey, it's Maddie, I explained. The meaning seemed to dawn on Sally, her lips pressing together before curling into a cold, thin smile, one that didn't quite reach her deep, dark eyes. Hello, Maddie. I've heard quite a bit about you. Maddie's eyes widened in surprise, then narrowed into sharp slits filled with silent rage. She only nodded, her body trembling with emotion. Without a word, she stormed past US, leaving the door wide open behind her. I quietly shut and locked the door. Sally turned to me, concern replacing the chill in her expression. Are you all right, sweetheart? She asked gently, her eyes searching mine as her hand brushed softly against my cheek. I met her gaze and swallowed hard. Honestly, I'm a little frightened. I knew I'd cross paths with her again someday, but I never expected this. What did she want? Reconciliation, I said hollowly. Tom disappeared, and now she's saying I'm the father of her son. Oh no, James. Could it be true? Sally's voice trembled slightly. It might be, I admitted, feeling the weight of the situation settle over me. When it became clear Maddie wasn't going to let go of Tom, I hurried to finalize a divorce. We had some money, and I gave her whatever she wanted just to get her signature. She could have been pregnant and not even realized it. What will you do if it's true? Sally asked softly. I took the tray and bag from her hands and placed them on the kitchen counter. I unbuttoned her puffy jacket and hung it in the hall closet, then pulled her close, wrapping my arms around her. I kissed her gently, my lips caressing hers. What we'll do, I whispered, is exactly what we always do, my love. We'll do the right thing. You taught me that. If this boy is mine, Maddie, I'll find the best way to support him. But it will be within the boundaries of our marriage, you and me. I'm never going back to her. Sally smiled, warmth radiating from her as she melted into my embrace. For the first time in a long while, I felt truly at peace. After Maddie's betrayal, Sally had become my anchor. At first, I was lost, guarded, prickly, and quick to lash out at even the smallest perceived slight. But Sally, with her endless patience, accepted all my wounds and proved daily that I could trust her. She showed me I was worthy of love. With Sally's kindness, patience, and steadfast devotion, I learned to heal and love once again. Together, we built a passionate, enduring partnership. I love this woman deeply. Besides, I added, gently stroking the baby bump that had been growing more visible over the past few weeks. We have something of our own now, something that will soon demand all our attention. Sally smiled tenderly, her eyes sparkling. Speaking of which, your baby and I are starving. Where did you put the scones and tea? We laughed, fingers entwined, and walked toward the kitchen, ready to embrace the next chapter of our lives.